Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Border Rivals 3. Arm Wrestling. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Jameson and ginger. In the tall glass, yeah, thank you.
Somehow it seems so easy. Baby, you just got to believe me. It's in your eyes you finally see. You'd be better without me. You got something for me. I got something for you. Tell me right now, baby, what you gonna do? You got something for me. I got something for you. Tell me right now, baby, what you gonna do? It's been fun, but I gotta run. Miss American Angel, you put your faith in me. Miss American Beauty, I'd wait my life to see. And when you come back, will you remember me? Miss American Angel, I miss the way you stare. A motion picture in your eyes, your story's still to share. I'd give it all to prove to you I care.
I want to say,
Would you believe me if I call? Would you know it's me at all? Fly away from me, run away with my emotions.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to get started here. We got Dakota shipped in on the microphone here in-house. He's going to be the in-house host and commentator here today, and you're going to have myself, Mehmet, here on the stream for you guys, doing the live stream here of Border Rivals 3 here in Lloydminster, Alberta. If on the chat you guys have any issues hearing me, seeing anything, just let me know in the chat there, and we'll be sure to take care of it for you guys. We're just going to be getting things started here first. Got a bunch of matches here today. First match is going to be Shane Rebalkin versus Brant Schick. Should be a pretty good one there. We did have a female match that unfortunately got canceled between Desiree and Hannah, so there will be no female match today. So lots of really good matches. Excited for everyone to come out and compete today. Gonna have a bunch of right-left matches, some just right, some left. I'll let you guys know as we go. Shout out to the Canadian Brewhouse here in Lloydminster for sponsoring us here today and letting us host here. And our big list of sponsors we got here today, I'll throw up on the screen while Dakota's just doing some in-house introductions here. We're gonna have Travis Robertson was here today putting on the show for us, so thank you, Travis. As well, they want to commemorate this event in memory of Ty Sakal, I think his name is. Forgive me if I said it wrong. Big member of the arm wrestling community that they lost here recently, so just a little memorial for him here as well. We're just going to let Dakota get finished up here with his introductions. I'll put on some music, and we'll be getting going shortly. All right, we got the introductions done here now. Thanks to Dakota for giving the rundown here today. First match up, we're going to be having Shane Rabalkin versus Brant Schick. I want to give a shout out to Kyle Evanoff, a arm wrestling athlete out of Grand Prairie, for taking the time to write me up some notes here. As those that know me know, I'm not super familiar in the arm wrestling world, so give me some information on some of the athletes I'll try to get out to you guys here today as we're going through the matches. Looks like Shane Rabalkin, he placed 8th on both his left and right arms at the Black Falls Day in June when he was competing in the 198 class there.
Give it up for Brant, guys. They're going to be kicking us off first match. Let's get excited for it, guys.
All right, we're going to be having Brant Schick in the yellow and Shane in the black. All right, just getting the platform ready here for the athletes. Referees making sure everything's steady and good for them. I was going to have Dakota on the stream with us here today as my technical correspondent, but unfortunately we couldn't make it work with the Brewhouse sound system, so he's going to be doing the in-house audio, and I'll be giving you guys the lovely live stream audio. So forgive me if I, miss some things, but we'll do our best here. It should be a good day. All right, starting off on the right hand here. It is a right hand and left hand match here today. Will be a 3-minute intermission in between right and left. All right, quick work there from Brant Schick. Able to get that first pin down. Moving on here now to the second match. For those unfamiliar, this is what they call a super match. So if I remember correctly, it is first to 3 wins. Going to be Evan Branch Schick on the right in yellow and Shane Robalkin in the black closest to us here. Nice. Shane takes round 2 as well. Looking very strong here off the start for Shane. All right, moving in here, see if Shane is able to get that 3 in a row win here before they move on to the left. See the fellow in the background in the sweater is actually here with the newspaper here today, and Lloyd Minister doing a little piece on the show today. All right, judges just getting them tied in there. There it is. Fast hop. 3 in a row for Shane there on the right arm. So these athletes are going to take a 3-minute break here now. Going to give themselves time to warm up that left arm here now. As they're taking their time, getting that left arm ready. Want to give a shout out to some of the sponsors here today. Sabre, DK Energy Services, Scorpion Oilfield Services, College Park Dental, Furniture Gallery, City Furniture, Robertson Insurance and Investment Solutions, Breitling Equipment, Wildcard, Robertson Excavating Services, CCR, Canadian Brewhouse, JC's Pressure Testing, 360 Supply Incorporated, SOAR, Silverwood Toyota, Insight Arms, Viking Strength, Marketing, and Novlin Bros. Shout out to all the sponsors here today. Without you guys, a lot of these events would not be possible. All the sponsors, all the volunteers, thank you everyone for making these possible.
So you are aware, there is a maximum of 3 minutes in between rounds, but if you guys want to go earlier, more than happy to get this underway. We'll have to see if the right arm is the same as the left arm. It really depends. Right to left is completely different.
Timothy, I see you in the chat there.
We'll see if it ends up being technically the same.
All right, so that was the left arm they started with. They're on the right arm here now. I probably just said the wrong thing, knowing me. But yeah, they're on the right arm here now, getting started. We got Shane on the right in black and Brant on the left in yellow. Thanks, Timothy, for pointing that out. I do appreciate it. Like I said, new to the arm wrestling world, but it is exciting to learn. So let me know if I get something wrong or can do something better. Appreciate it. All right, Brant putting up a bit more of a competition for Shane there with that right arm. So they're going to go with the straps here now.
Brent did a very good job of keeping his riser intact there, not letting himself get pinned, forcing a slip from the strap. This is a good change.
just getting the straps tightened up here now. Brand was able to give Shane a bit more of competition here before the straps. We'll see if he can keep it up here and get a win under his belt. Nice. That strap changed the game for Brandt, able to get that first win with that right arm here.
Very nice utilizing the strap, using a side motion to pull it over. Great win.
I'm the type of dude who could really make changes, 'cause I'm the type of dude that's becoming contagious. I'm the type of dude that will always be ageless. I'm the type of dude that will always feel shameless. I'm the type of dude that they say is fucking hopeless, 'cause I'm the type of dude that you know is fucking dangerous.
All right, let's see if Brant can keep it going here now. Get a second win under his belt here with the right.
Shane setting up very high, straight up and down. Brand
All right, here we go.
see the height coming to
Shane was setting up real high there. All right, going to be another slip here. Strapping up again on the right.
both competitors opting for a tight strap. It's telling me that they both
All right, getting everything nice and tight here. All right, looks like we're ready to go here. All right, there it is. That strap is really working in the favor of Brandt there. Really happy with that one, getting another win. Taking the match on the right. You can see Travis Robertson in the red sweater just down to the left there. He's the show coordinator organizer here today. Just giving Shane a little bit of a tip there how to counteract Brandt's arm here. All right, let's see if Brandt can get the win here without the strap. Shane giving a run. Brandt taking it back here. There it is. Brandt taking the win without the strap on that one. Shane gets left. Brandt gets right. And that'll be match for those gentlemen there. So that means coming up next, we're going to be having Austin Plaxco and Darren Guidi coming up next. That's my best guess on Darren's last name. Guidi sounds about right. Going to be starting on the left arm here between Austin and Darren. We're going to be having Austin competing out of Lloydminster. Darren's coming from Edmonton Extreme. One of the keys to victory here for Austin's match is to get into Darren's fingers and utilize the back pressure to avoid a cup. Darren's going to need to hit his high hook position off the start to see if he can get ahead of Austin here.
He's silver medal as the left-hand Alberta Provincials, multiple amateur podium finishes, 5'11", 190 pounds. Give it up for Darren.
Go ahead, feed me with your poison, inject me till I scream out all the pain. You quick to conclusions with the passion, but you're stuck here crying in vain. Looking past the things you know you see, you're ignoring what remains. Whoa, I've seen better days go to waste, but what's the point in covering it up? I can't afford the time that it takes to figure out how to take my time. Eyes closed, mouth shut, fading away from everything we once were made of. Intoxicating intentions to separate good from okay.
You tried so hard to watch me fall. Do you really think that I've got it all? But I gotta break it to you, I'm stronger than I look, and it's all your fault.
Whoa, I've seen better days go to waste, but what's the point in covering it up? I can't afford the time that it takes to figure out how to take my time. And nobody seems to care at all. That's why I'm leaving my reputation behind me.
Mic check. All right, looks like someone bumped my microphone there and it got unplugged, but just get ready for match 2 here. Left arm between Austin and Darren. Darren Guidi is going to be here from Edmonton Extreme. And Austin's coming out of Lloydminster here. Key to victory here for Austin is going to be to stay flat-wristed and use his longer lever arm to overcome Darren here. Darren's hopefully going to try to avoid this trap and rely on his naturally strong cup here to get the upper hand on Austin. All right, Austin caught him there, but Darren was able to follow through, get the pin. That's 2 wins there for Darren now. Very dominant so far. Getting ready for third match here before they switch sides. These athletes are wrestling right and left. All right, refs are calling them back to the table here. Austin Plaxico on the left, Darren Guidi in the Edmonton Extreme jersey on the right here. Match number 3 on the left hand here. See if Darren's going to be able to go 3 for 3 here against Austin. Austin's been known to be a little slower off the start, not really a fast hitter. And I got Darren's raw strength in his bicep and arm. Might be a little lower than Austin's, but he's definitely been putting on a good show here today. All right, Austin's holding him here. Nice. All right, able to get 1 win there. It's going to be 2-1 for Darren. Austin's more of a high posting top roller here. Darren's known for being a high hooker. Bit of camaraderie there between athletes. Love to see that. All right. Let's see if Darren can catch Austin here and get the win on the left. All right, getting everything nice and tightened up here between the athletes. Everything nice and tight here. Speedy pin there from Darren Guidi out of Edmonton Extreme. As mentioned, these athletes are going right and left arm here today, so both athletes get 3 minutes to rest and warm up for the next set of matches here. Going to be going with the right arm next. Going to see if Austin's going to be able to match Darren's speed off the go. Darren was very quick on that fourth match there just before. All right, moving into the right arm here now between Austin and Darren. Darren's known that his right arm isn't as strong as his left, so we'll see if Austin can take advantage of that and get the win here on the right. Darren was able to go 3. Austin had 1 on the left. Austin. Very quick start for Darren there, able to get the pin against Austin. Very speedy. That was one of Austin's key to victories here, is to try to match or catch Darren's speed off the go, as Darren just proved he's very fast off the hop there. All right, 10-second warning from the referees here. Getting ready to start up here again. Austin Plasko and Darren Guidi.
Travis, your banner.
How's it going in commentary over here?
Good. I got like a big sheet of like,
Oh, that's
It worked out pretty good.
all right, Darren Guidi on the left here, closest to us. Austin Plasko on the right.
round 2 is
See if Austin can catch Darren's speed here this time on the second match.
Darren's right arm looks very strong. His cup is
Yeah, Darren looking very strong. There's Cup overtaking Austin there on the pad. All right, Darren got 2 straight before Austin caught him on the third there. We'll see if he's able to go 3 straight here, or if Austin's going to catch him here on this third match. 2nd warning here for round 3. Darren starting off here 2-0 against Austin. See if he can stop him.
That'll tip if you stand there, I think.
All right, we're just working with the guys here. The sponsor banner behind the athletes fell off the wall. So just trying to get it set back up here. There it is. Darren getting the 3-0 win against Austin.
Alrighty, guys, let's keep this show on the road. We're jumping into match number 3. This one is just a right arm match, you guys. We're starting
All right. We were able to get the banner fixed that you guys couldn't see, but we're getting started here now, getting ready to go for match number 3. Going to be Roger Shipton versus Lee German. This is going to be a right arm only match, so first of 3 with the right arm is going to decide. We will see, I think Lee German is going to be coming up again later. I think he's, yeah, second last match of the day. He'll be facing Travis Robertson on the left, and he's facing Roger Shipton here on the right before we get to them. Key to victory here for Roger is going to be to get out of Lee's hand and fight him in either the elbow, bicep, or shoulder to try to get that match. Lee's key to victory is going to be quick off the start and utilizing his exceptional hand strength here over Roger to try to get 3 quick wins. See who can take home the title here today. Little fun fact about his athlete, Roger Shipton, is actually the father of Dakota Shipton, who's walking by the camera here now, the curly-haired fella. He's going to be wrestling here later as well. Hey, Zane, I see your comment there about commentary on the left. I'll take a look at that for you. In the meantime, we got Roger Shipton here on the left, closest to us. Facing Lee German on the right. Roger Shipton's competing out of Red Deer. And you can see Lee is competing Edmonton Extreme, same as Darren Guidi here. See if we'll be able to take home another win for Edmonton Extreme here today. All right. Sounds like referees just gave a warning here. Back towards Lee. Wow, speedy pin there from Lee. Very, very quick match. Lee taking the win on the first right-hand match of the day. Roger's been competing for a very long time in the arm wrestling community, so his table IQ is quite high. Gonna see if Lee can avoid the strap here. Seems to be his favorite without the strap, as shown here in that first match. Very quick pin. Lee's known as more of a top roller, with Roger being a more versatile athlete here. right, going to be moving to a ref's grip here. They were unable to get it situated themselves. See Neil in the chat there. Yeah, Lee was very dominant on that first match here. We'll see if Roger can put a stop to that and get a win here in the second match. Lee gets that second win in a row there. Good work there from Lee, able to avoid getting caught in a press where Roger could really use his size and strength against Lee. Lee's coming in fast and strong, getting those pins. Roger did get a little hold on him there, but Lee just ended up getting the win. All right, 3-0 for Lee there. Happy to see the camaraderie there. A little hug post-match between Roger and Lee. All right, going to be moving on next to our fourth match of the night. We're going to have Scott McDonald versus, I think it's Tomas Seaborg. If you guys know in the chat, let me know how to pronounce it properly. But Scott versus Thomas Seaborg. I heard Dakota over the audio there. So Scott versus Thomas coming up. Fourth match of the day. This will be a right and left hand match as well. Scott McDonald's competing, a hometown athlete here at Lloydminster, Alberta. And Thomas worked his way up from Calgary for this match. Thomas's nickname is Cyborg. All right, Thomas Bork coming up. Thomas is known for being a low-hand top roller here. That'll be Thomas on the right in the toque, and Scott here on the left, toothless. Looks like the athletes will be starting with the left arm here. All right, going to be moving to a ref's grip there. The athletes weren't able to get to a happy position there, so the ref's going to make it decided for them. Oh, that was really fast slip there. Barely seen it happen. Yeah, blink and you miss it. But right to straps between Scott and Thomas here. Considering Thomas is known to be a little slower off the start, that was a really speedy start there. You blink and you miss it. But we're going right into the straps here. One of the keys to victory here for Scott is he's going to have to utilize his height to take away his hand or get inside to remove Thomas's pronation. And we'll see how they do here with the straps. from Scott. Thomas was able to stop him off the hop, but then Scott pushed forward, able to get the win there.
Almost stopped right in the pin line, though. Very interesting.
We'll see how these athletes do here coming up next with the next match here. See if they can keep it out of straps. All right, refs calling them back to the table, taking the switch on positioning here. It's always interesting to see how the athletes set up. You can see Thomas putting his leg up on the table of the leg of the table there, trying to get a stronger positioning here. Speedy pin there from Scott McDonald, able to get that second win. One of the Scott's keys of victory is the speed to secure positioning, which very fast match here for these guys. And one of the things I learned for those at home that aren't too familiar with arm wrestling, you can see Thomas in the back getting his forearms massaged there by his buddy. Helps get the blood flow out of the hands, get your better mobility in the hand as far as I understand. So fun little fact I learned. All right, we'll see if Scott can take the third win here on the left before they move to the right. Scott McDonald there, able to take all 3 wins. And we're taking a 3-minute intermission here for the athletes for the switch arms. While they're taking their break, another shout out to the sponsors: City Furniture, Robertson Insurance and Investment Solutions, Breitling Equipment, Diamond, Wildcard, Robertson Excavating, CCR, Canadian Brewhouse, JC's Pressure Testing, 360 Supply, SOAR, Silverwood, Toyota, Insight Arms, Viking Strength, Wise Marketing, Novlin Bros, Sabre, DK Energy Services, Scorpion Oilfield Services, College Park Dental, and Furniture Gallery. All right, getting started on the right arms here now for Scott McDonald and Thomas Bork. Thomas able to stop Scott here a bit better on the right. Putting up a good fight here for Scott. Thomas holding him. Thomas put up a good fight there. Scott was able to follow through and take the win.
That was a great one, guys. Right arm, very, very close.
Very good match here for the first right hand arm. Scott McDonald here on the left, Thomas Bork on the right in the toque.
Round 2 underway, guys.
All right, round 2 of right arm here. Scott with the win so far. Thomas getting him there. Scott surging. Scott takes a second win against Thomas there. Very even battle for both athletes here. Put on quite the show. All right, athletes being called back to the table here for round 3. About to get underway here. See if Scott will be able to get another sweep and take all 6 wins from Thomas here. All right. Referee grip called here. The referee was going to dictate the entire grip here for the athletes. He's going to tell them where to sit their shoulders, where to put their hands, where to grip. They're not allowed to move. Athletes have to stay still or they're going to get called for a warning, which Lee got earlier when he was facing, I think it was Roger Shipton at the time. Thomas has been putting up a better fight here with his right. We'll see if he's going to be able to get a win. All right, looks like Thomas just got a foul. Looked like he was carving his wrist there, so the referee called him. So they're going to start over here again. Thomas is going to want to be very careful here now not to make any movements whatsoever. Thomas is holding him. Scott surging.
Stretching himself out a little bit. He wants to stay in there. Maintaining tight as his
All right, Scott's pulling. Unreal. Scott taking the win there. Taking all 6 wins for Thomas. Thomas putting up a hell of a fight here with his right. Unable to get the win, unfortunately, but Scott takes the win. Coming up next for another right and left arm match, we're going to be having Harley Green and Chris Drinkwalter. Harley's competing here out of Lloyd Minister, so he's going to get the hometown favorite here. Chris Drinkwalters, another athlete out of Edmonton Extreme here, which we saw earlier with, I think it was Darren Guidi as well. And if I remember correctly, I think Lee is out of Edmonton Extreme as well. So Edmonton putting on a good show here today. Harley's known for being more of a high hand top roller, and Chris Drinkwalter's known for being more of a high posting top roller. Key to victory for Harley in this one is to avoid Chris's hand, try to slip or use the setup to neutralize it. And Chris is going to want to stay out of the strap if he can and use his very strong hand grip. See if he can get the win here. Gonna have Chris in the black and Harley in the red here. All right, Chris making a comeback here. Chris trying to get the pin. It's good. Almost looked like Harley was going to take him there, but Chris was able to come back and get the pin. Great performance there from both athletes.
These guys standing on business, jumping right into round two.
All right, not taking much of a All right, getting ready for the first match of the right arms here. We got Chris Drinkwalter with Edmonton Extreme on the right, Harley Green on the left in the red. Chris with a speedy win there on that first right-hand match.
Getting exactly what he wants. Coming over with Boldy.
match number 2 of the right arms here.
Harley starting very super.
Chris being an automotive mechanic as his day job definitely helps him with that hand strength. All right, Harley with a good adjustment here. Going to be pushing into a press here. See if we can get that win over Chris. Tense match here. Really test the endurance of these athletes. Yeah, looks like it was a slip there, so we'll be moving into the straps for these athletes.
The strap tells no lies, guys. When you are tied to someone's hand, there's no running, there's no getting out of it. The stronger opponent will win. One nothing for Chris right now. Round two about to get underway in the strap.
All right, round 2 here with Chris Drinkwalter.
Very, very
Chris taking the win with those straps on. That's 2-0 for Chris here on the right. And Chris going to be moving over to that right-hand side of the table. Harley coming over on the left for the third, potentially final match if it stays out of the straps here.
Harley so far no answer. Getting some advice in his corner. We will see what comes of it.
All right. Third, potentially final match here between Chris Drinkwalter and Harley Green. Chris currently up 2-0. Taking the win. It's a sweep for Chris. Outmatching Harley there today. Great match between these athletes. The next match was supposed to be Desiree Da Silva and Hannah Pachalik, but unfortunately that match got canceled. So we're going to be moving on to the next match here. Greg Burnett versus Zach Monroe. These athletes are coming out to a left-hand match only. All right, Greg Burnett and Zach Monroe. Greg's competing out of Edmonton Extreme as well, with Zach Monroe competing out of Red Deer. Zach Monroe competing out of Red Deer. He's also one of the co-hosts of the Through the Fingers Arm Wrestling podcast. Gonna have Zach Monroe on the left here, Greg Burnett on the right.
We are underway. Round one. Referee.
Greg's key to victory here is going to be speedy off the start, getting his cup and his dragging hook established. And Zach's going to try to secure his cup quickly off the hit here to take the win. Referee's trying to get them into a nice even grip here. Good battle here. Zach holding him hard. Greg doing what he can here. All right, Zach able. Yeah, Zach Monroe getting the first win there out of Calgary. Sorry, Red Deer. Moving on to the second match here now between these athletes. Key to victory for Zach's utilizing experience and setups to try and gain as much advantage as possible. And Greg's going to be making sure he has good hand connection in the setup here. I want to point out that Zach Monroe has rubber Dunlop boots on as he's competing here, which is a very fashionable choice. I like it. All right, round two, Greg Burnett and Zach Monroe. Greg Burnett out of Edmonton Extreme here on the left. Zach Monroe competing out of Red Deer on the right. Greg's originally from Williams Lake area as he competes now out of Edmonton Extreme.
You can see Zach Monroe wearing the naval shirt, and that is in the league in which he is ranked number 1 right in that one with Neon Arms again in Great Falls. Referee grip has been called.
All right, referee grip has been called. The athletes couldn't decide there, so refs are going to make the decision for them. All right, straight to straps for these athletes.
Now, because they were in a referee's grip before the slit, or before the
All right, one of the weak points in my notes here for Greg Burnett are his setups, as he's a bit newer to the sport and can still have some areas where he gets taken advantage of. And one of Zach Monroe's is a flat-wristed battles. He tends to lack side pressure without his cup secured or slight wrist flexion. So see how they do here in the straps. Greg's known for having a bit of a hook.
strap being tightened, and then the referees will determine the grip, and we will see round 2 get underway.
All right, Greg putting up a hell of a fight, but Zach looking very strong there. Shoulder locked as he presses. There it is.
Very nice for Zach. Zach is now
Zach able to take the win there, putting him 2-0 in this left arm only match.
I just want to take this time, guys, to give a thank you to all the competitors who showed up. I know how tough it can be to
As they're getting ready for the
but with every
third match here, shout out to all the athletes, sponsors. I overheard some of the athletes mentioning that they drove 7 hours for this Supermatch Invitational here today in Lloydminster, so you'll have to see everyone putting in the work, driving these long distances to make these battles. All right, Zach Monroe currently up 2-0. See if he can get the sweep here against Greg Burnett. All right, getting everything locked in here for the athletes. Elbow foul on Greg Burnett there on that one. It looks like they're just about to slip. Refs called it for the foul.
Do it after this.
Better in that round. He double backs riser. We'll see if he can do that again before it's not making it good.
All right. Elbow foul on Zach Monroe this time. That's one apiece.
Either one of these guys get a foul again, it will result in a loss for this year.
All right, we get one more foul here on either of the athletes. That'll be a loss for them here. So see if Greg's able to get a win off Zach Monroe here.
Not on battery. It must be low. I think so.
All right, Zach's holding on to Greg.
Zach climbing very well. Greg surging. Zach
Greg surging. Zach's holding him here.
Zach Monroe telling Greg very well done.
There it is. Zach's going to be taking the sweep there.
Dakota.
Zach Monroe with a 3-0 win.
Yeah, it's
Greg, do not go too far as you now have a right arm match. His opponent was actually my opponent here last year.
beat the fuck out of it.
Blair Wetzel. He's pulling out avoidance arm benders. He's been doing it for 9 years. Multiple podium finishes across multiple classes. Canadian national bronze medalist in 2019 right hand. 6 foot tall, 180 pounds. Give it up for Blair Wetzel. He is pulling Greg, who just pulled Zach left arm, but they're pulling right arm. Blair Wetzel, guys. My apologies.
All right, moving on. Next match here.
Broadcasting the arm wrestling on the screen, we do have a low battery popping up. I don't know if we can get that to go away so the people watching the TVs can see.
All right, we're going to have Blair Wetzel versus Greg Burnett coming up next. All right, Blair Wetzel on the left, Greg Burnett on the right. This is going to be a right arm only, as Greg just did the left arm with Zach. Unable to get the win against Zach Monroe. We'll see if he can do better here with his right against Blair.
Blair establishing his hook, which is so powerful. I learned that last year. Greg with a very good
A
serve.
good surge there from Greg, almost getting him.
These guys are deadlocked in the center. This is a
Blair holding him deadlocked in the center.
match going on right now.
Great match here. Greg trying to get the press.
Climbing the hand as much as he can.
Blair's climbing the hand as much as he can here. Heck of a match from these athletes.
But I know Blair can sit there for a while, so we'll see how Greg's endurance holds up. Pulling back, getting a pin.
There we go. Greg able to get the win there against Blair.
Very excited, Greg. There with a
That was a hell of a match. Real test of endurance there. Greg, as we mentioned, competing at Edmonton Extreme. And Blair is a hometown Lloydminster arm bender athlete. Key to victory for Blair here is to try to utilize that flat rested back pressure in a high thumb position to disengage Greg's cup.
very, very good round one
for match 2 here. First one was a hell of a match. See how their endurance is holding up here. Both guys couldn't come to a grip decision there, so referees are telling them they're both carving in. Down then to rotate straight in their wrist here on this setup. Surprised it didn't go right to a referee's grip. We'll see if they can come to a happy position here. Holding him here. All right, referees calling it a win for Greg there. That'll put Greg 2-0 win. Questioning if it was an elbow foul there. They did call it as a win, so we'll see how it goes. Referees are just talking over what they saw there. See if they're going to stay with the win for Greg or if they're going to call a foul here. All right, looks like it will be an elbow foul on Blair off the front before the pin was called there. So they're going to be restarting round 2 here. Will not be a win for Greg. So they're going to be going round 2 here again. One foul towards Blair or Wetzel. Blair, very quick off the start there. All right, there it is. Greg solidifying that second victory. Some intense battles for Greg here. Very good endurance on this athlete. This is his second athlete that he's facing here today. Greg feeling good, hoping to get that third win here. All right, they're going to call it. They're asking for straps. Refs are going to be strapping it up here for them. Both athletes agreed to it, so. Just getting them lined up. Right there. Greg using that strap, getting that win. 3 in a row for Greg, defeating Blair Wetzel. Edmonton taking Lloyd over this match. And with that, we're moving into match number 9 here. We're going to have Anthony Prosser versus Jaden Hill. Anthony's pulling out of Lloydminster here. He's been competing for about 2 years now. Relatively new to the sport, but still a very strong athlete. Dabbles in strongman competitions as well. And we got Jaden Hill competing out of Red Deer. Jaden's been competing for 5 years now. Fun fact is that Jaden's ranked number 4 in Alberta in 2023. Had Anthony Prosser here on the left-hand side, Jaden Hill on the right. Two very large men here. Going to be testing the welding quality of the legs of that table. This will be a right and left arm battle between these two athletes. There from Jaden Hill, getting the press on Anthony. Anthony was able to secure 3rd place on the left arm at provincials here in Alberta in 2024. Starting off with his left arm here against Jaden Hill. Jaden's the more experienced athlete in the sport of arm wrestling. See if you're able to get all 3 wins here against Anthony. All right, there it is. Very strong pull from Jaden there, able to get the finish against Anthony on the second match. Moving into the 3rd here now. One of Jaden's weak points is he's known for endurance can be a problem on his longer matches. We'll see if Anthony's able to get a stop here and really make Jaden work for this 3rd match. Anthony holding. Oh, looks like there was a foul there maybe. Yeah, elbow foul against Anthony Prosser there. There it is, 3-0 for Jaden Hill, taking the win on Anthony Prosser there. Athletes get a 3-minute break here before they get started with their right arm. See if Jaden's going to be able to get the sweep on the right arm here as well. Jaden, as I mentioned, placed 4th in Alberta in 2023, only behind Matt Mask, Darren Matthews, and Josh Bellin. Matt Mask being the world-level competitor and Josh Bellin being the national champ, so he's pretty high up there in the skill level of these wrestlers here today. All right, first right arm match between Anthony Prosser on the left here and Jaden Hill on the right. Oh, Anthony getting the jump on Jaden here. See if he can hold it. Anthony's looking confident. Bit of a smile on his face. Jaden still fighting. Anthony looking a lot stronger on his right here. Giving Jaden a serious run for his money. He's starting to slip. Anthony coming around. All right. Winner, Anthony Prosser, showing that right arm. Rocking his Strongman Corporation Canada shirt. All right, both athletes getting ready for match 2 here on the right. All right, Anthony, really fast start there. There he is, getting the pin. That right arm of Anthony has proven to be quite the force to be reckoned with here. All right, getting ready here for the third, potentially final match of the right hands between Jaden Hill and Anthony Prosser. After this, we're going to have Ryler Miller and Dakota Shipton coming up. All right, refs calling him to the table. Anthony Prosser on the left, Jaden Hill on the right. Jaden all smiles as they're setting up here. Referee getting them set up here. Quick pin from Anthony. Taking the sweep against Jaden on the right. Jaden taking the left. Great match here between these two athletes. All right. Going to be taking a 3-minute break here before we get into some of the final matches of the day. As we're waiting, we'll give a shout out to some more of the sponsors here today. Wise Marketing, Wildcard, Silverwood Toyota, Viking Strength, Sheena D'Entremont, I said that wrong, Registered Massage Therapist, Scorpion Oilfield Services, Sabre Machining, Breitling Equipment, Novlin Bros, Robertson Insurance and Investment Solutions Corp., Diamond Auto Service, DK Energy Services, Furniture Gallery, College Park Dental, City Furniture, CCR 360 Supply, and Border City Games. As I mentioned, we got Ryler Miller and Dakota Shipton coming up next as our third last match of the evening here. Ryler's known for being more of a hook slash top roll, and Dakota being a high hook, top roller, versatile arm wrestler. Key to victory for Ryler here is to try to make Dakota uncomfortable in the setup and utilize his A move. And Dakota is going to try to have hand control established early, securing his cup and his go-to high hook. See the refs getting tested out here on the table. Dakota and Riley will be another right and left arm match. Ryler competing out of Lloyd Minister Armbenders here, and Dakota competing out of Red Deer.
I could tell when your eyes hit me, you're so lost. It's so interesting. You know that you're into me. Take control. It's what's meant to be. Moving slow, eyes are locked in place. Don't let me go. There's no time to waste. Oh, you know, I know you need me there. So take care. I know you're aware. You make me believe. Why I am never satisfied. At last, I'm giving all I have. I know that you were worth my time. So take care of me. I wish you would.
All right, getting ready here for one of the co-main event matches of the evening. Gonna have Riley Miller on the left, Dakota Shipton on the right. Alright, left arm match getting started for these athletes. Unfortunately, the refs forgot to switch the pads over, so they're gonna take care of that now.
Hold me close, let me know you're there. Nothing else could ever compare. So on your all around me. You're not the only one who gets sorry. You've helped me to see.
All right, round one, starting off with the left arm here. Riley Miller and Dakota Shipton. All right, trying to find a happy position here for both athletes. You can see the little specks on the screen the athletes were chalking up beforehand. All right, athletes were unable to come to a decision there, so they're moving on to the rest grip here, getting set up. All right, unfortunately going to be a foul here against Dakota. Movement in a ref grip. Both athletes eager to move here, going to have to take their time. Both athletes. Oh. All right, going to be going to straps here. A little bit of a slip. Riley was unhappy with that one. Shook the table behind him there. Lots of passion here from Riley Miller. these athletes get in. All right, Riley getting the pin there for the first win of the match. Left one to Riley Miller. All right, both athletes talking to their competitors. You see Dakota Shipton is talking with Sean Crowther there, one of the international heavyweight arm wrestlers, competing out of Red Deer as well. He trains with him. Dakota also trains with Matt Mask, the Wild Horse, as he's known as. Riley's getting ready for match 2 here. Fun fact about Riley, he has wins over Jeff Miller, who's a longtime high-level 220 and 198 Albertan wrestler. All right, moving on to straps here. All right, Riley was very quick to get the pin here with straps in match 1 to see if he can get that speed going again here. See if Dakota's going to be able to hold him. All right, moving on to the rest grip inside the straps here. All right, Dakota able to stop him here. Riley getting the upper hand here. Dakota going for it. So close. Dakota's pushing. Riley's fighting. One hell of a match here. It's right there. Really testing the endurance of these athletes here. All right, Dakota getting on top. Nice. Good finish for Dakota, going 1-1. This is just the left arm, ladies and gentlemen. We still have the right arm to go here for these athletes. Unreal. Great match thus far. Lots of passion from both these athletes here. Neil, I see your comment in there. Might be match of the night. It's a hell of a match so far. I know we got 2 good ones coming up next as well. We got Travis Robertson. It's going to be fighting Lee Germain. Lee had a hell of a showing earlier. We'll see if Travis can put some work in against them. And then Travis is coming up again right after that match on the right arm with Josh DeVoe. But until then, we got a hell of a match here between these 2 athletes. Riley Miller on the left, Dakota Shipton on the right. We'll see if they can keep it out of the straps here for this 3rd match. right out there, going right to straps for this third match. Currently 1-1 for both athletes, obviously. As they get strapped in here for match number 3. See Roger shipped in just behind Dakota there. His father competing earlier against, I think it was Lee Germain. Lee taking the win over Roger. See if Dakota can take home this win for Red Deer. Another hell of a match here. Riley's right there. Dakota looking strong. Dakota pressing. See what the refs say here. It sounds like Dakota's hand slipped off the peg there. They're debating if it'll be a warning or not. All right, talk to the ref there. Looks like Dakota took the win on that one. It's going to be 2-1 Dakota. Couldn't see that side of the table there, unfortunately, with this angle, but yeah, Dakota taking the win on that match. Getting ready here for the next one. 2-1 Dakota. See if he can take that third win before they move on to the next arm. Yeah, it sounds like there was debate as to whether or not Dakota should get a warning or a foul. It sounds like his hand might have slipped off the peg there right before he got the pin, but refs gave it to him for the win, so it's 2-1 Dakota. Round 4 here, 2-1 Dakota. Let's see if they're going to go right to straps off this first attempt here. All right.
That was buried. That was fucking buried. Give me that win. Let's go, guys. Come on.
All right, we'll see what the referees say. All right, Dakota was certain he had the win there, but looks like it's going to be called as a slip, so they're going right back to the straps. Dakota was confident he had a pin there, but Riley got the slip out. Going to be going in the straps here. As the announcer just said, this is just the left arm, so both these athletes have their right arm still. That'll be a hell of a match if it's anything like these ones. All right, going to a ref's grip there. Athletes couldn't come to a decision. Referees yelling at the athletes, trying to get them to stay steady. Strapped up here, Dakota getting the upper hand. Riley holding them. All right, elbow foul on Dakota, shipped in here. Getting ready here. One foul for Dakota. Gonna have to play it super clean here. Don't want to give Riley the win. One foul for Riley as well there. Jump the gun, tensions are high here. Both athletes wanting to just pull. Both athletes have a foul here now. There it is. 3-1, Dakota Shipton taking the win on the left arm. All right, now athletes are going to be taking a 3-minute break here before they get started with the right arm. While we're waiting for that, I do want to give another shout out to the sponsors here today. Great match from both the athletes. Shout out to the sponsors: Border City Games, 360 Supply Incorporated, College Park Dental, City Furniture and Appliances, CCR, Diamond Auto Services, DK Energy Services, Furniture Gallery, Robertson Insurance and Investment Solutions Corp., Novlin Bros, Breitling Equipment, Sabre Machining, Scorpion Oilfield Services, Sheena, I'm going to say your last name wrong, DeEntremont, Registered Massage Therapist, Wildcard, Viking Strength, Silverwood Toyota, Wildcard, Wise Marketing, SOAR, Robertson Excavating Services, JC's Pressure Testing, and Insight Arms. Without all these lovely sponsors, none of this would be possible. So shout out to all the sponsors, all the volunteers, the referees, organizers, everyone that makes these events possible. Thank you for your time and passion for the sport. Moving on now to the right arm of both these athletes, Dakota Shipton and Riley Miller. Hell of a battle here on the left arm. Definitely probably match of the night so far for the left. See if they can keep that intensity moving here as they go on to the right arm. Both athletes get a full 3 minutes. Sometimes the athletes moved ahead, but after an intense battle like that, it looks like these athletes could be taking that full 3-minute rest. Kind of get everything settled, get ready for the next match here of the right arm. All right, right arm match. First right arm match between these two athletes, Riley Miller on the left and Dakota Shipton on the right. The straps again for these athletes, starting on the right arm. All right, athletes are strapped up here. All right. Still match number one of the right arm for these athletes. There it is, Dakota taking that first win.
All good, all good. All good.
All right, round 2 coming up. Referee was just asking the organizer if he was going to pick up his bar tab at the end of the night. All right, get ready for match number 2. Dakota taking the first match of a right arm. Dakota Shipton and Riley Miller. Dakota Shipton in the black, Riley Miller in the tan. Riley being a hometown hero here with Lloyd Minister Armbenders. Dakota Shipton competing out of Red Deer. All right, just getting set up here. See if the athletes can stay out of straps for this one. Oh, looks like that was a win for Dakota. Yep. Didn't even have to go to straps on that one. Good win for Dakota, making it 2-0. All right, just getting ready for this third match here against Riley Miller and Dakota Shipton. Been a hell of a battle here tonight. This one's definitely going out in history, especially in Alberta. We'll see if Dakota is going to be able to get a sweep here on the right arm. Looking a lot more dominant than the left here. Looks like Riley might have got a warning there for a little bit of a jump start. All right, Riley slipped out there, going to be moving into straps. Just about strapped up here for the third, potentially final match of the right arm here. Wow, quick work there for Dakota. Getting that 3-0 sweep against Riley Miller. Congrats to Dakota on that win there. things started up here now for our second last match of the night. It's going to be Travis Robertson versus Lee Germain. Going to be a left-hand only match between these two athletes, as Travis will be fighting again here against Josh DeVoe for the final match of the night. But first off, Travis is going to be fighting Lee Germain. Sounds like they're going to be taking about a 5-minute break here. So they're going to let Travis warm up here. Travis was commentating while Dakota was on the table there for his matches. So we're going to be taking a 5-minute break here. I'm going to go ahead and mute the mic and let you guys listen to some DMCA copyright-free rock music. And we'll be back shortly. ladies and gentlemen, just getting started here for the second last match of the day.
You're never gonna stay here. Don't take away my only hope. I know you left behind the world to know. If you're gone today, then you should know you won't see my face when you come home.
All right, getting ready for match number 2 here. Travis Robertson on the right, Legion Man on the left. All right, going to be going to straps here for this second match. It's one of Travis's key to victory is to get to the strap and utilize his bicep and lat strength to get the win here over Lee. Lee's going to try to utilize his hand strength here to hold on when he's going to the strap, so he's going to wanted to try to avoid it if possible, but we'll see how he does here.
Strap being applied, guys.
All right, they're strapped up. Referee squaring them up. All right, Travis is just about there. Lee making the comeback. Wow. Oh. Might have had a torn bicep there for Travis, unfortunately. All right, looks like a, yeah, looking like a torn bicep, unfortunately for Travis there. All right, I'm just gonna. Just going to cover that up there. Unfortunately, that's what it's looking like. It might be some kind of a tear there.
You can see there's a tendon right here. You can see kind of a minor attachment, and that actually comes off is what happens. And then because it's not attached to anything anymore, it strings all the way out.
All right, everybody, stay tuned here. We're going to see what's going to happen next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just stay tuned here. We might, obviously, Travis is not going to be able to compete against Josh DeVoe here. He's going to be tending to that injury. We're going to see if we have another athlete here that'll pull against Josh DeVoe. So stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. ladies and gentlemen. Josh DeVoe was up next to compete against Travis Robertson there. Unfortunately, it does look like he's had a full bicep tear, so he's going to be out. Looks like Josh DeVoe is going to be competing here against Jacob Freeman. Jacob was here watching and decided to step up and give the crowd here one last match of the evening. So shout out to Freeman going against Josh DeVoe.
Camera, I want to speak. Okay. Sorry, Jared's from Red Deer.
Red Deer, okay. Jared Freeman.
Freeman, yeah.
All right, yeah, Jared Freeman competing out of Red Deer on the right-hand side. We got Josh DeVoe here on the left. Josh lives out in Drayton Valley, has a little arm wrestling community that he's building out there as well.
Well, no, I wasn't sure if I could speak to you without getting on the camera.
Oh, you can. It's not that. Yeah.
I don't want to be on the camera at all.
All right, refs getting them set up here. All right, Jared giving Josh some pressure here. Josh holding on to him. Going right to the straps here. All right, going into right into rest grip here with the strap up here. Big shout out to Jared Freeman for just being a member of the crowd here and stepping up to compete against Josh DeVoe. Unfortunately, I don't have much information on Jared Freeman here, but it's good to see him step up here and give the crowd one more match. As I mentioned, Josh is out of Drayton Valley. He owns Misfit Strength and Powerlifting out there. Previous powerlifter himself, transitioning over to arm wrestling. Just about ready to go here. All right, both athletes get a foul here. Sounds like Josh was curling in. Jared was curling back, it sounds like. The referee trying to keep these athletes in line. Looked like Josh got the pin there. Wait for the ref's decision. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Josh taking the win there over Jared.
Round one goes to Josh, guys. Get into round two shortly.
All right, getting ready for match number 2 here. Josh DeVoe on the right. Jared Freeman on the left. All right, moving right into a ref's grip. Athletes can't come to a decision on this one. Both athletes having fun here, having a good time, getting set up for the final match of the night. All right, Jared getting a foul there for moving. All right, Josh Deveau taking the win on that one, 2-0. Josh Deveau against Jared Freeman.
And Josh gets the win in round 2.
Josh in the back there getting a bit of coaching from Sean Corral there. As we mentioned, one of the heavyweight athletes out of Red Deer, an international arm wrestler himself. If you guys were watching at the Grand Prairie arm wrestling tournament that I streamed a little while ago, held by Kyle Ivanoff, Sean was competing there as well. Fun competitor to watch, lots of passion, quite the character on the platform. All right, going. Looks like they're going to go right to the straps here on this one. All right, both athletes clearly having a lot of fun here in this match. Josh almost didn't get the chance to compete, but luckily, as I mentioned, Jared stepped up as a spectator to give Josh a bit of a run for his money here. All right, Jared holding him here. Not as quick of an easy fit. Jared making Josh work for this one. Oh! Jared is able to get the pin there on that one.
Fascinating round 2, and this match has got really good.
All right, Jared taking the win there against Josh Deveau. That's 2-1 for Josh. Going to go into a fourth match here. Great camaraderie between these two athletes here. It's fun to see the enjoyment they're having here tonight. Look at the mustache on Josh Deveau. Look at that thing. I think he has his own time zone. All right. Josh holding on to Jared here. Josh trying to get the pin. Jared making him work. Looks like an elbow foul on Josh there. It sounds like they're just more or less having fun at this point. They're going right to the straps here. A fun little match to end off the night.
What wasn't supposed to happen, right? Jared, Josh was supposed to wrestle Travis like on the other arm, but actually can't. So Jared just came up with his teammates to watch. He's like,
just getting set up here. All right, taking a bit of time to get these two athletes set up. Josh is getting exhausted in the long setup here. All right. They're getting the jump on Josh here. All right, Josh trying to get back over. All right, elbow foul. Elbow foul on Jared here. All right, still a rest grip here as he gets set up. He's having a hard time getting started here. The referee starting to get mad at the boys. Second elbow foul on Gerald. That makes Josh DeVoe the winner of the evening here. That's going to wrap things up for the final match of the night here at Border Rivals 3 and Lloyd Minister, the Supermatch Invitational. Just want to thank you all for tuning in today. Appreciate all the support, all the comments in the chat. And shout out to all the lovely sponsors here today. Border City Games, 360 Supply Inc., College Park Dental, City Furniture and Appliances, CCR Diamond Auto Service, DK Energy Services, Furniture Gallery, Robertson Insurance Investment Solution Corp., Novlin Bros., Breitling Equipment, Sabre Machining, Scorpion Oil Field Services, Sheena, I'm going to say her last name wrong, Deon Tremont, Registered Massage Therapist, Silverwood Toyota, Viking Strength, Wildcard, Wise Marketing, Robertson Excavating, SOAR, and JC's Pressure Testing, and last but not least, Insight Arms. Thank you all the sponsors, and of course all the volunteers, everyone for coming out, supporting the show today, supporting the stream. Hope you all have a good Saturday night, and I am signing off. Thanks for tuning in.